This is the new 2023 332nd Battle Pack, and right next to it is the LEGO Star Wars 2023 501st Trooper Battle Pack. Now, as many of you know, in the year of 2020, we received this beautiful 501st Legion Clone Trooper set. It was a very popular set, one of the most popular LEGO Star Wars sets of all time that was asked for by the fans and given by LEGO. And it led them to make several, additional sets for the year 2023. Now, we have had this set, and we've known about it for quite a while, but this 332nd Battle Pack is a new one as well. And quite frankly, it is very exciting that we have both of these out on shelves at the same time in the same year, but they are also very similar sets. And I am going to be discussing with you the, benefits, the comparisons, the comparables, which is overall a better LEGO Star Wars set, as well as some of the flaws that they have, and things along those lines. So with that said, I hope you like this video, hit that subscribe button, and we are going to get right on into this set, starting with the box art, and we're just gonna start right there. Box art, it is great box art, very consistent with each other. It has that gold lining, and the back of this one is based on the first part of the Season 7 finale of the Clone Wars, where they were on Urbana, and then this one is in the background of Mandalore. Obviously, get the 4 figs, and we'll get into the minifigures next. But some minor things to point out about these box arts is they both have render errors. One of the render errors on this box art is that the antenna is placed too low for where it actually is on the minifigure. The actual antenna does come up much higher. Now, if you move over to this side, the lines on the troopers are very, very thick, which is not the case with the actual troopers. The actual troopers look just fine. So that is just a box art error. If you're curious, we'll take a look at the backs of both of the box arts right here. And they're both very nice. They show you the play features. Most of them are just your being able to shoot things. So let's take a look at all of the minifigs. So here are the minifigures. Now, this one comes with no named characters, and this one only comes with one named character, which can easily be converted, because the only thing that is particularly unique to it, this is Commander Vaughn, is the visor piece, and then you can cover it with a jetpack, and that loses the back printing, and then the only thing you will have to know that it is any different is that little plaque right there, so you could essentially make him fit right in with the rest of these guys, making it just a full battle pack with no real unique differences. Well, this one is obviously very focused on unique figures, because in the original 501st Battle Pack, we got 3 regular ones and a jetpack trooper. So that was kind of the purpose of this set as an addition. Now, unfortunately, they're not on shelves at the same time. So one of the things that sucks about it is there are no just regular 501st troopers you can get on the market right now. The only ones you could get are more specialized versions of 501st troopers, which I think is the first drawback for this set. Really, instead of having 2 heavy troopers, I think it would have been much better if they had just a regular 501st trooper. As for unique things with this set, it is very cool how it does come with a brand new macro visor piece for the sniper character, and then the sniper has an exclusive print. The heavy trooper is great because I think the visor works really well on this one. It comes with a new print, and then it also does come with a backpack piece on both of them. Then you have the commander, who does have the printed on, or the officer, who has the printed on leg pieces, as well as an antenna. They all have, every single trooper has the exact same face, so nothing special there. And then with the 332nd troopers, they are all, new minifigures, 2 of which come with jetpacks, the rest don't. And they come with the helmet holes and everything, so you can add attachments. Again, same helmets here. And then you also do get the Commander Vaughn, which we talked about previously, and I won't talk about further. Now, in terms of which one is better, I am going to personally have to go with these guys, only because you can only have so many specialists. And on army building practical level, it's kind of hard to have a bajillion officers, which you will end up having. In this case, it's much easier. You'll have one Vaughn, but he's very easy to convert into something else. So on army building level, these guys definitely win. In terms of actual looks, these guys win. So like, they're very, very close in terms of actual overall value. And it also depends on what you're looking for. Like, if you're trying to build the Siege of Mandalore, they're going to work great for you. If you're trying to build a specialist, like 501st gritty mock, this is going to be great for you. So again, it's very dependent. So let's take a look at the builds now. I will admit sometimes I do find it hard to talk about builds just because nobody really buys these sets for them. That being said, I would say this one is interesting because trying to replicate, I say, the AV7 from Star Wars The Clone Wars, and you can load it up with your Commander Trooper, and they fit in fine. There's no like real studs holding them in, so you're just relying purely on friction there. And there is a little flick fire that you could fire off. It does not look particularly like a thing that anyone would ever use in a mock, or it doesn't look particularly accurate. On the other hand, this is a much more, I'd say, usable build. And again, while not accurate, while the actual swamp speeders themselves are much larger, I think it is much more of a usable thing I could see myself using in a mock or a build. This one just doesn't have that for me. I couldn't see myself ever using it just because it doesn't look like fantastic. Although it probably does have more like actual like play value to it, in my opinion, because you can like move the legs in, you can move it out, you could move it around, you could adjust the cannon, you could put a figure in. Well, with this one, you do get the stud shooters, and you could put figs in, and you also get like clips to put stuff in, but it's not as playable as that one. It's a hover tank, so you could just play around with it. Then you get a little stud shooter thing. This is a joke. I wish they didn't include it. I wish they included something a little bit better, because in terms of piece count, we'll just check. This one's 119, and this one is 108. So there's like 10 pieces they could have stuck in there to make it look better if they're trying to keep it the under 120 piece mark. Either way, I'm gonna give better build to the Swamp Speeder for just, it looks better. Like that's the only thing that I'm going for. If you're going for play features, then probably that one would be a win in your book. Okay, so first off, I just would like to say that either way, whatever you think of either of these sets, I think it is great that we have these both out at the same time in the same year and available, and it is really great. I would have rather spaced them out a bit more, but I'm not going to complain. I'm happy to have clone battle packs. They are all clones. It's not like half clones, like some weird battle pack. It's everything's a clone in this, and that is great. That's important, and that should be commended for by Lego. I think a lot of the criticisms that these get are kind of not the best criticisms. Some people really don't like the Vaughn, and some people really don't like the Clone Commander. I don't really not like them. I think they're pretty good, and I think especially in sets like a case like this set, like the 501st set, the actual helmet holds are actually beneficial because, you know, they actually look good. On the 332nd Troopers, they don't look the best, but I'm really done getting worked up over it, so I don't even get that worked up over it. I think it's a ridiculous thing to get worked up over. But here are the two sets. Now, they're both $20, they're both the same price, both the same year out, so I'm going to say it's going to probably, in terms of my personal favorite, I'm going to go with the 332nd because it is a better army builder, but I love this one. It is like neck and neck. Really, I think these are about equivalent in terms of value as a set. I like them both. I like that LEGO is willing to dip their toe into the more niche Clone Trooper characters. We're doing, obviously, Commander Fox later this year, as well as Captain Rex, and we already did Commander Cody. And I hope this leads them to be open to doing even more characters, like Jesse and things like that. That's why I'm not particularly critical of Vaughn, because I don't want to complain just about each and every figure. Even though it's not, like, the best thing, it's, like, fine. This is the style they're choosing to keep up with for all of these guys. I've heard the criticism about his visor. I really don't know about that. I think the visor is just, like, fine. It's Lego. It doesn't have to be 120% on there. And I hear their criticism about the waist cape, and I think that's understandable. I do not love that whole controversy. I wish they did include waist capes. It would be very nice. That being said, again, I hope you guys, I want to hear what you guys think is the better set in the comments down below. But this is my comparison of them, and I'm curious to hear what you think of my thoughts. I'll see you all in the next one. We're to peace out and stay awesome, and bye. Rip.